No man, no money, it's just a temporary hitch. Life can still be sunny, though I ain't got a stitch. But I still got you, dear, ain't life a bitch? We're sitting pretty, ain't that rich? We're sitting pretty, ain't that rich? Oh.
Would you like some breakfast, love?
No, I'm on a diet.
Please yourself.
Post's arrived. Morning, Tiffany.
Morning.
What's wrong with you?
She's in a mood.
I'm not in a mood.
Oh, well, I'd hate to see you when you are.
Your mum was in late again last night, wasn't she?
Is she?
She's been in late 2 or 3 times this week and the week before. Haven't you asked her where she's been?
No.
Oh, well, you should ask. It's only right.
Why?
Why? Because you're her daughter, Tiffany. You should be concerned with her welfare.
Well, I am, but why should I go inquiring into her private life?
Because I want to know. Oh, come on, Tiffany. She must have said something.
Annie's life's her own affair, so you keep your nose out.
Yeah, Nan's right. Anyway, at this moment in time, I'm more concerned with my own problems.
Is it a man?
Well, if you must know, yes.
I knew it. I knew it. I've seen the signs so many times before. I always know when Annie's got a new fella.
I was talking about me.
You.
All right. What's the matter, love?
There's a man at the hospital. His name's Mark. He's one of the lab technicians. Well, he's the best lab technician we've got. We always try and get him to analyse our swabs.
Lovely.
I've been seeing him on and off for a couple of months. He's very nice and talented. He's a landscape artist in a sort of amateur way.
God, I hate people who put the butter knife in the marmalade jar.
His parents are in a holiday cottage down near Eastbourne.
The butter goes rancid and furry and you end up with mould all over the marmalade. Look, it's like a fur coat.
He's invited me away to the cottage next weekend.
You could take this into your boyfriend. He might be able to cure something with it.
What's the weekend in aid of? To meet his parents?
No, they won't be there. It's just me and him for the weekend.
Oh, I see. Well, that should be nice. All that sea air.
Look, darling, don't worry about it. If you and him feel enough for each other, then, well, love takes care of everything.
I don't think this is something you would understand, Nan. I don't think this sort of thing happened in your day.
Oh, it did, Tiffany. We used to have weekends even all those years ago. We used to call them Saturday and Sunday. You can read about it in the Doomsday Book.
No, I mean, people didn't used to go away for weekends.
Sometimes they did. Things haven't changed that much. Good-looking young RAF pilot. Little hotel in Bedford Square, Brighton. At least that's what I've heard. I better take your granddaddy's sandwich.
Here. I get the impression you don't want to go on this weekend.
No, I do, but...
But what?
Well... Look, I don't want Mummy to know about this.
I won't say a word. So what's the problem?
Look, there are certain aspects of being with a man that I don't find easy.
You don't find easy? You're not exactly what you call a chip off the old block, are you, Tiffany?
No.
If that was me you were talking about, Sylvia, I don't appreciate being referred to as an old block.
Like some breakfast, sis? Toast and marmalade?
No, thank you, Syl. So, why are we talking about me?
We weren't. We were discussing Tiffany's latest boyfriend.
Thanks, Aunt Sylvie.
Oh, really? So who's this one, then?
He's a laboratory technician.
Sounds about as boring as that anaesthetist you went out with. He could put him to sleep without gas.
Kit, look at this. It's from Dorothy's family. Apparently she fell asleep over the weekend. Funeral's next Thursday.
She's dead?
Well, they're burying her, love. Seems a cool thing to do to someone who's just having a nap.
Dear, oh dear.
Terrible, isn't it?
We shall have to go to the funeral.
Oh, yeah, only right. Kit,
What?
who is she?
What do you mean? It's your cousin.
Dot? The one who moved in our old house in Cartoon Street?
Yes.
Oh, Dotty, of course. Oh, poor old Dot.
You should find a man with a bit of life in him, Dumpling. That last one had about as much go as a monk. Although, having said that, I went out with a defrocked priest once. Do you remember Uncle Father Brian?
Yes. Look, Mummy, I'll look after my own problems if you don't mind.
Problems? You've got problems? Darling, if you've got problems, why didn't you come and tell Mummy?
What do you mean, why didn't I come and tell Mummy? I couldn't come and tell Mummy because Mummy hasn't been here for the last 3 weeks. Mummy's been out nearly every evening somewhere.
Yes, I'm sorry, darling. I have been rather busy recently.
Well, where have you been? I think I've got a right to know.
Yes, she's got a right to know, Annie.
Well, all right then. If you must know, I've been working.
Working? What do you mean working? You've never worked.
Well, I am now, Sylv. Times are hard, so I had to take a job.
What sort of a job?
Well, I signed on with a modelling agency.
You're modelling? How do they get you work? A postcard in a newsagent's window?
I take great exception to that, Sylvia. They are one of the finest modelling agencies in Sidcup.
What exactly are you modelling?
I bet it involves stockings.
Oh, dummy stupid. Mummy wouldn't do that kind of thing.
Thank you, Dumpling.
Does it involve stockings?
No, it doesn't, I promise you. Look, the agency send me my assignment and I'll go and do it. You can phone them if you like and ask them what sort of things they do. Ask to speak to Dimitri.
I hate funerals.
Well, nobody likes them, do they?
My mum used to like them.
Yeah, well, your mum was weird, wasn't she?
My old stomach's playing up this morning, Kit.
It's most probably nerves, Dad.
Nerves? Blimey, that's all I need. On top of everything else, I've got a nervous disorder. Look at that, Kit. Shaking around all over the place.
Well, get a leather and clean the windows before it wears off. Go upstairs and get ready.
Have you studied nerves yet?
No.
You can get psoriasis with nerves, can't you?
Yeah, they give them away free. I'm going down the dry cleaners. Has anybody got any clothes they want cleaned?
Not for me, love.
Oh, my God.
Oh, darling, you look beautiful.
Thank you, Mummy. It's the mourning ensemble I wore for my Boris's funeral. I wasn't sure whether I could wear it. It brings back such sad and painful memories, but I thought it looked so nice.
Yes. It's lovely. I'll just pop up and see how your dad's getting on.
Yeah, he's up there shaking his old spice all over the place. So, are you going away for the weekend with the lab technician?
Oh, I don't know. Most probably, but maybe not. Mummy, have you got any dirty clothes?
I've got that see-through basque with the suspenders.
She's going to the dry cleaners.
Oh, I see. Oh, no, thank you. So, why all this indecision, Dumpling? I would have thought after your very expensive private education, you would at least be able to make up your own mind.
I can make up my own mind. I'm just nervous, that's all.
What about?
I think I might be, well, sort of falling in love with him. Most probably not, but you never know, do you? And I'm frightened he'll think I'm boring.
Boring?
Well, you see, I'm not very good at, well, talking with men. I get all tongue-tied and can't think of anything to say.
Oh, that's not fair, Tiffany. What about that young chap at the hospital? You were always talking to him.
He was in a coma. I had to talk to him in the hope of getting a response.
No, Dumpling, don't worry about it. Take it from me, there is nothing a man enjoys more than talking about himself. The less you say, the better a conversationalist will think you are. Most men would call Helen Keller a raconteur.
You're talking about the men you've known, sis. Tiffany's boyfriend sounds intelligent.
And what does that mean? I went out with an American who was almost an astronaut. Knew Neil Armstrong, went to his wedding. Do you remember Uncle Rowdy?
Yes.
Lovely man. Took me round Cape Canaveral.
Show you his rocket?
He did, as it happened, Sylv, an Apollo 10 or 11. I'm not sure which, but you couldn't help but be impressed. Darling, there is nothing wrong with being nervous.
For all you know, he might be nervous as well, Tiffany.
Exactly. Then you'll have to calm him down, won't you? Now, what I always used to do was...
I've got to go to the dry cleaners. I'll see you.
Oh, all right then, darling. I'll talk to you about it then. Oh, young love. You know what they say, Sylv? The first cut is the deepest. You never forget your first love. Do you remember yours?
Well, I've got a fair idea who it was.
Oh. that? A martini and a half-pint pot. What's wrong with you?
I can sense it. Can't you, Annie?
Well, there's a funny smell, if that's what you mean.
No, I'm psychic, Annie. I can sense a contact. Aunt Dot is speaking to me.
Is she? Well, ask her where she keeps the best glasses. Have you spoken to the rest of the family yet?
No, they haven't said a word to me.
Funny, isn't it, Sylv? The living ignore you, but the dead won't leave you alone. All right, Mummy.
See that chap over there? Don't look.
Who is he?
Charlie Archer. He used to live round these streets. He used to be a really good-looking fella, very suave, real ladies' man. He used to fancy me, asked me out a few times. Oh, this was before I was married to your dad, of course.
And did you like him?
Well, you couldn't help but like him. He was that sort of fella. I had nothing to do with him, though. You avoid that sort, don't you?
Yeah.
Then he went off and married Renee Shaw.
Who's Renee Shaw?
Oh, stuck-up mare she was. I couldn't stand her. She used to think she was better than the rest of us. You'll know her the minute she walks in. All mink and mascara. If it hadn't been for that cow, Renee Shaw, I could have married Charlie.
Hey, what would have become of Daddy?
Oh, anyone could have married him. He was that type.
Now, you listen to me. You keep your eyes off Charlie, what's name?
Oh, don't be so daft. Me and Charlie... Oh, that's all in the past. I'm a bit too long in the tooth to go getting all silly again.
Good. I'm going to go and get another half-pint of martini.
Hello, Kitty.
Hello, Chaz.
You're looking lovely.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Oh, thanks. You're looking well yourself.
Well, I try to keep fit as I can. We got you at my age. I haven't seen you since... When was it?
Well, that weekend.
Oh, yes, that weekend. I was down in Brighton only last month. That little hotel in Bedford Square's still there, you know.
Is it?
Be interesting to go back and see what it looks like now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No.
Are you okay, Grandad?
My belly's not right, Tiffany.
Perhaps you've had too much to drink.
Drink? I can't drink these days. Gives me bile.
Maybe it's something you've eaten.
Oh, I haven't eaten anything. Except this morning I had a bit of bread and marmalade.
Marmalade? What marmalade do you have? That jar in the larder?
Yeah, the homemade stuff. It's got crunchy bits in it. I like it.
Good.
Do you still dance, Kit?
Me? Dance? I never danced.
Yes, you did. You used to be a lovely dancer. We used to be up the Lyceum Ballroom every Saturday night.
Oh, yeah. You just joined the RAF. Do you know, I'd almost forgotten about the Lyceum.
Well, that's where we first met. Do you remember that night?
Yeah. We walked all the way home through the smog, didn't we?
That was December 1950.
Was it?
That night was about the only good thing come of the Korean War.
Oh, we was just two lonely people, Charlie. My George had just got his calling up papers for national service.
That's right. What did he go into?
Hiding.
He deserted, didn't he?
So, what you been doing with yourself?
Me? Oh, I've been all over the place, Kit. Travelled halfway round the world. I worked for a few private airlines in Australia and New Zealand. Till I got too old and they took my licence away. That's when I come back to good old Blighty. 1950. You could only have been about...
Is Renee with you?
No, I lost Renee about 12 years ago.
Oh, no. Oh, I am sorry. Renee was always my favourite. Me and her was so close.
I remember. It's been a lonely old life without her. Do you ever go out of an evening, Kit?
Every Friday I go to bingo at the Odeon, Bromley.
George go with you?
Oh, very rarely. He hasn't been in the best of health for the past 30 years or so.
Shame, really. I mean, I don't like bingo, but otherwise I could have come along with you, couldn't I, one evening? We could have had a little drink afterwards, couldn't we?
That'd be nice.
Well, that's a date, then.
What?
Well, why bother with a bingo? Let's just have a drink and then go on to a nice little restaurant afterwards.
I mean...
All above board, Kit. I mean, what could be more innocent than two old friends talking over old times? Do you know that little pub in Western High Street, the White Horse?
I've seen it,
Well, I'll see you there about 7 tomorrow evening.
but that's miles away. What do you want to go out there for?
Well, it's out of the way, ain't it? No one will see us. 7 o'clock all right with you?
Shift up, Kit, I've had a turn.
Watch it, George.
Charlie? Is that really you?
It's me, all right. And to prove it, I'm here.
Well, I ain't seen you since God knows when.
Last time we bumped into each other, you was coming out of Guy's hospital. You had pains in your leg.
1951! I remember that. Still gives me jip.
I thought it was the left leg.
Well, so did everyone, but they found the source of the pain was actually in the right leg. Funny old things, legs. You never know where you stand with them.
I'll just get a drink.
Takes me back meeting you again, Charlie.
Oh, not half. Being back in Bethnal Green takes me back. Every corner of every street holds a memory.
Good old days, weren't they, Chaz?
Yeah.
God, I remember when we used to live in this house. Do you know we never had a lock on that front door? We just used to leave it open day and night. You couldn't do that now, could you?
No, you couldn't. Not the way the world is today. Still, everything's got to change. I mean, take you, for instance. I hear you've bought a farm out in Kent.
Yeah, I bought it with me redundancy money.
So what made you move?
We got burgled 3 times in a month.
You two having a nice little chat?
Yeah, very interesting. You'll have to excuse me. I've got to go and give my sympathies to the family.
You'll have to come round for tea, Charlie.
Will do. See you, Kitty.
Nice fella, old Charlie. Do you remember that night he walked you all the way home from the Lyceum in the smog just to make sure you got back safely?
Vaguely.
It's times like that you find out what a man's really made of.
Where are you off to?
I'm going to work, if you must know.
Going to do a bit more modelling?
Yes? You going somewhere nice?
No. I'm just going down the social club for the evening. I'm not spending all night in here listening to Dad's medical problems.
Where's Tiffany?
She left about half an hour ago. That young fella Mark picked her up.
Oh, how was she? Did she seem nervous?
No, she was fine. He seemed a very nice and polite young man.
Oh. I wish you'd called me. I'd like to have met him.
Called you? I was calling you all of 10 minutes. You couldn't hear me over your Shirley bass. Where are you going, Mum?
Bingo.
When do you have your hair done?
This afternoon in the village.
Oh, it's nice.
Suits you.
Thanks.
Has Dad seen it yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, I'm sure he'll love it. Well, come on then. I'll give you a lift.
What?
I'll go straight past the bingo hall. I'll drop you off.
Oh, no. You go on, love. I'll catch the bus. I'm meeting, Joan. Do you remember Joan? I'm meeting her on the way.
Oh, all right then.
You can give me a lift.
Oh, come on then. Ciao.
Bloody goat's eaten my Wellington boot. You off to bingo, love?
Yeah, just Friday night bingo. I always go, don't I? Friday nights.
Bring us a bit of fishing on your way home.
Okay. You're going to be all right here on your own, George?
Hey, I'll be all right, love.
Okay. See you later, then.
See you later. Kit.
What?
Be lucky.
What did I tell you? 6:30 on the dot.
Yes, it was very fast. Oh, this is beautiful.
This is my favourite part of the country. We can go for a walk by the river after dinner.
After we've eaten my cooking, I think we'll probably need to.
painted that when I was about 16. It's Poole Harbour.
It's very good.
No, it's not. It's terrible. It's just my parents insist on keeping it on the wall.
Well, I don't care what you think. I like it. Is landscape painting your favourite subject?
Not really. I enjoy all kinds of painting. Abstract, life studies. That's my latest. Only finished it a week ago.
Oh, that's very, very... Who's that woman?
Sorry?
What's that woman's name?
What woman?
This nude woman in the painting.
I don't know. She was just a model at the art class. Only spoke to her once when I showed her the finished painting.
Strange feeling she liked it.
Well, as it happens, she did. She said it was phenomenal.
Take me home.
What?
Take me home. Oh, my God.
I shan't be a moment, but I'd wipe your paint off if I was you. We don't want your bristles going hard. Tiffany, what are you doing here?
Well, I came to see you.
Who told you I worked here?
Mark.
Mark? Who's Mark?
He's my boyfriend. Or should I say, my ex-boyfriend.
And how did he know I was here?
Because he's a student in your art class.
Oh, do you mean the tall, good-looking chap with the glasses?
Yes.
So he's your boyfriend, is he? Good. Seems a sweet lad.
Well, that sweet lad has painted you. You're hanging on his wall, framed for posterity.
Painting? Phenomenal, wasn't it?
How could you do this to me, Mummy? How could you do it? You could do any other job. Why didn't you do something honourable, like a waitress in a wimpy bar?
There are hundreds and hundreds of artists' models around the country. Someone has got to do it, or else where would we get the artists of tomorrow from? People like your boyfriend.
He is not my boyfriend. He is my ex-boyfriend. How can I have a serious relationship with anyone who spends his Friday night looking at my mother in the nude? He's no artist either. He's just a junior lab technician who enjoys ogling middle-aged tarts.
I won't have you talk to me like that, Tiffany! I'm your mother! Don't you dare call me middle-aged! Don't call me a tart either!
Rosie? Is it really you?
Charlie? Charlie Archer? I don't believe it.
It's true. And to prove it, I'm here. I haven't seen you since... when?
Well, it was that weekend, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that weekend.
Hello, love. You're home early.
Yeah, I changed my mind. I've gone off bingo. You know, same old crowd every week.
Yeah, that's why I stopped going. Didn't he show up then?
Oh, he was the... Who?
Charlie Archer. You went to meet him, didn't you?
Whatever give you that idea?
I'm not stupid, love. I might look it, but I'm not. I know what he was up to. I could see it, my love.
I don't know what you're talking about, George, you silly old fool.
I'm not annoyed, Kit. I understand. Well, kind of. I mean, I ain't given you much of a life, have I?
Now, that's stupid. Well, no, I suppose not.
It's not been for the want of trying. I'd like to have been like him, all suave and exciting. I'd like you to have been like his wife.
She's dead, George.
I mean, before that, doing a bit of travelling, going to nice places, having a little bit of money in the bank. Well, things didn't work out like that, did it?
He did ask to meet me, just to chat about old times.
And you said yes?
No, I didn't say anything. I was just sort of drawn. There was no harm in it, George. I fancied a different life, just for a couple of hours, that's all, not forever. I wanted to go to a nice restaurant and have someone cook for me, rather than me cooking for everyone else. I wanted a bit of fuss, that's all, just for a couple of hours. But in the end, I couldn't go through with it.
Why not?
Because I'm married to you, George. And you weren't angry.
No. I was jealous.
Were you, Georgie?
Yeah. Well, I don't like the thought of another man making a fuss of you. That's my job.
You didn't think of following me and having a fight with him, did you? Well, that showed great self-control, George.
That's what I thought. I like your hair, love. It really suits you.
Oh, thanks.
Do you fancy going out for a meal? You know, a proper restaurant?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Just let me go and get me face on.
No, you look lovely as you are. Kit, I'm a bit forgetful, love, and sometimes I need reminding, but you do know, Kit, don't you? That I'd do anything for you.
I know, George.
Good. Come on, in.
Oh.
After you, madam.
Oh, thank you, kind sir.
God, look at the weather. Catch me deaf and cold out there. Let's leave it till next week, love.